March 18th, Mike Tyson Razor Ruddock dies. If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. As part of a packed weekend of boxing on the 20th of June, we got David Lemieux versus Hasan N'dam in a fight for the vacant IBF middleweight title. Ade, let's start with this fight.
Let's start with the belt. Belts. Yeah. There's always been that question, especially in the last 2 years, of how important are belts. And this fight probably, I don't know, probably highlights that more than ever. This fight was offered to so many, and you guys check it out, you probably won't know, but it was offered to so many. Billy Joe Saunders turned this down. Yeah. Billy Joe Saunders turned this down. By the way, people don't know where this belt comes from. Let's just go back a bit. This is Jermaine Taylor's belt that is vacated. Yeah. Sergio Mora was supposed to fight Jermaine Taylor. Yeah, I remember right. Yeah. And then Jermaine Taylor obviously had mental issues, shooting his cousin, blah blah blah. Yeah. Vacated the belt, and then it just became vacant. I thought Sergio Mora should have fought for it then, to be honest. I'm a bit surprised how that's worked out. And then no one wanted to fight for it.
No one wanted to fight for it. No one wanted to bid for it. The bid was ridiculously low.
Yeah, the purse bid for this fight was 55,000.
Something like that. Yeah.
Obviously, they're going to both get a bit more, I guess, by the promoters. Yeah. But that's embarrassingly low. I can't think of a title fight that low. Yeah. But no, it's a very good fight, and one that I guess, if you're GGG, because you have no fights coming up, you probably want Lemieux to win. Yeah. Because Lemieux GGG makes sense, and it's a good fight, and I'll tune in for that.
Yeah. You're right. It's funny when no one wants the belt. Or
it's Hasan N'dam, the person that is not Hasan N'dam, isn't that Kid Chocolate put down 7 times. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's funny when you got a belt that no one really wants to go for.
And a legit belt.
A legit belt.
IBO or NABF.
It's funny when Golden Boy, the own promoter, will bid so low on the fight. I mean, that fight now is going ahead currently right now with no US TV. Yeah. But Oscar said he will get US TV for it because HBO is busy. It's like a fight in no man's land.
It's a fight, honestly. If I'm these two fighters, I'm in my house, I'm looking at myself in the mirror thinking, no one likes me. No one likes me. They don't even want to put this fight on TV. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand how this fight wouldn't be big in Canada with Lemieux.
But it's a good fight though. I think
very good fight between two top 10 middleweights.
In terms of entertainment, I can see it being a very, very entertaining fight. It's that one go to points and will be high exchanges.
Especially after the performance N'dam put against Curtis Stevens. Yeah. Very good performance against a known puncher. Yeah. So he feels like he's got the equaliser to Lemieux's power. Yeah. And with Lemieux, we're still kind of and ahhing of where he is. Rosado win was a good one, but Rosado, let's be honest, is just a name. Where is he?
And N'dam is and ahhing about it as well, saying this guy fails. Every time he goes to the big table, he fails. And I'm trying to say, yes. Do you think I'm not part of the big table?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it has a lot of intrigue. Like you said, the winner of this fight most week gets fed to GGG. Yeah. And obviously it's not to say fed to GGG, but right now, GGG is #1 middle in the world.
Fed to GGG is perfect.
And I think that could be the reason why the fight or the belt stayed so vacant. Because like I said before, once you reach the top of the division, you can't duck the other guys around you. Yes. You can't duck your other title holders. You can't duck the #1 and #2 guys in the division. If you've got someone like GGG in the division, I don't want to make it a GGG thing, but if you've got someone like that in the division, or Cotto, who's not going to fight you at 160, it kind of makes the belts less worthless.
I agree. Have no worth at all, irrelevant in a sense,
Because, no one's bidding on it, you're not making a good payday out of the belt, you know what I mean? And now you have to fight guys that maybe don't really want to fight.
I'll tell you what's more, and then again, this is not a GGG video, but it kind of covers it, and you'll understand where I'm going. Even when Billy Joe Saunders has been interviewed, and he's like, GGG's, he talks like, I can't beat GGG. Yeah. So we've got Billy Joe Saunders, who is on the cusp of a top 10, even him admitting I can't beat GGG. Yeah. And I think that's the problem. People genuinely believe that no one in the middleweight division can touch GGG. Yeah. So it's almost like you've got a belt, but you're still not ranked anywhere near the guy that's got who's the top of the tree.
So it causes problems with them. Listen, we've got to get a prediction with this fight. Yeah. And we put in perspective where everyone stands. Yes. We know that it's going to have problems getting on TV.
Yes. How are we going to even watch?
Does the winner, be it Endeavour thing, get any benefit out of it besides saying they're a world champion?
That's the benefit
of saying when they're 75, 100 years old, they say I was the IBF World Champion. That's what they get out of it.
Yeah, no, but let's not be too disrespectful.
No, I'm not being disrespectful.
But you are being a bit cheeky.
They're not making a big payday.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not making money. Let's be honest. They're not making money. They can't get on TV. Yeah. They're put in a situation whereas, like I said, their promoters cannot really look after them, and like I said, are going to put them feed them to GGG. What does the fighter get out of it themselves to say that's my achievement? I think it's just the world title to say you're the champion.
I think minus that, and I think we saw it in Jorge Linares yesterday. Jorge Linares isn't a huge name in America in terms of a marquee name, but when you have a British guy that wants to fight you for a title, it can become a big thing that we saw. There's Billy Joe Saunders and there's Chris Eubank in this country. Look, Lemieux beats both of them right now for me. But if you're someone like a David Lemieux, you've got that title. It's a big fight in this country. A very big fight against Lemieux, against either of those guys. So I think even if you don't go to that GGG path, which I don't think Golden Boy would want him to do, there's other fights out there. There's Martin Murray over in this country. That, you know, there's big fights out there. If you're N'dam, you need that title more than anything because you have no promoter really behind you. But if you're Lemieux, you got a promoter, you got a bit of money. I think there's big British fights out there. So many middleweights floating around.
I want fighters to achieve their goals.
Yes.
Being a world champion is an amazing achievement, everything. But you also have to get something out of it. And I hate to see fighters, in a sense, abused or used or taken advantage of. And looking at this fight right now, the way this box being floated around, like we mentioned, the way the money's been so low, the way they can't get certain things done for it, I feel the fighters are fighting, like I said, like in a black hole. And I just feel that, for a world championship, and that's the double side, I'm not being disrespectful, for a world championship, for that your marquee event of something you've achieved in your life, I just feel it's just been so disrespected. When you fight for a world title, you're gonna make that career high payday. You've won a world title and you've actually made some money, and now you made it. You're there. You're set.
Yeah.
This guy, no one's getting set.
Yeah.
No. I mean, let's be honest. They're mostly gonna split $30,000.
Yeah,
$45.
And the worst thing is, as a kid growing up, obviously, you know, you're a lot older than me.
I don't even try it.
You're a lot older than me. Don't even try. As a kid growing up, when I grew up in the 2000s, winning the world title meant. Look, I wasn't silly. It didn't mean you were the best in your division, but meant you're in the top 3, 4. Yeah. These guys are floating around top 10, so you're gonna win the world title when there's still 9 other guys that can potentially kick your ass.
Yeah.
It's not really what a world title should be. That's
what I mean. I feel.
And the worst thing is the IBF is one of the best belts out there in terms of middleweight as well. So it's a bit disappointing.
Like I said, I feel sorry. I'm happy for them to get the world title shots and what they're doing, but I also feel that out of all world title shots you could get, this one's getting so much disrespect and so it's on such a lower level overall. I actually feel sorry for it.
All right, who wins very quickly?
Lemieux by stoppage. I think N'Dam's tough. I think it's durable. I think he could cause problems. I think he could put Lemieux down. But I think Lemieux is very, very heavy-handed. And like you said, it's just that Kid Chocolate fight where he got put down so many times. I think Lemieux will make the finish. That's what I think.
Okay, I'm going the opposite way. I think N'Dam will win this fight. I feel like he's fought the more legit opposition. He's proven even in the Kid Chocolate, he kept getting up.
Yeah,
he kept getting up. So he's been gut checked there. And the Curtis Stevens performance is the one that kind of I thought about more than anything. Curtis Stevens to me was floating around the top 15, top 10, a legit guy. Done well against GGG, and he beat him, and he beat him quite convincingly as well. I have yet to see Lemieux beat someone of a marquee name. Don't say Rosado, people. And I feel like this could be his undoing. And when he doesn't blow you out in 3 or 4 rounds, what does he do next? That could be the problem.
How you going? Points or stoppage?
I'm going stoppage.
All right then.
I'm going late stoppage. Nothing special, just a barrage of punches, and I think he just gets stops in 10 to 12.
No, good call.
There you go, guys. All right, what do you guys think? The fight that no one cares about, but we still do a video for it because we cover everything. Lemieux, N'Dam, IBF title, kind of. That no one wanted, not even Billy Joe wanted to fight for this title. Where's the fight taking place?
I don't even know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we set up a ring here, squared circle, and let the fight outside? But there you go, guys. No disrespect, but tweet, subscribe, Instagram. If you are going to watch the fight, tell us who you think is going to win. Can any of these guys, I mean, look, if Lemieux hits GGG, believe you me, people, GGG's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
But can any of these guys even contest the number 1 middleweight in the world? I don't think so, but what do you guys think? Tell us what you think. Peace.